Well, it looks as if I'm on the air. How about that? Okay. I have been sitting here. Good afternoon. This is Reverend Sharon, and I've been sitting here contemplating just exactly what it is that Spirit is going to bless us with today. Okay. And I'm in that process of delivering a meditation. This is something that is, I would say, uh, oh, I can see the shadow of my face. Ooh, uh, don't worry, people. You will get to see my face full blown eventually. But right now, this is Reverend Sharon, and I am speaking from or through You Are a Healer. Well, I'm speaking to all of the healers everywhere in my life or without. And right now, it is time, if you will, to just take a moment and to take a deep breath as deeply as you possibly can. Now, as you continue to breathe, allowing any energy that is not yours to be erased, to be made light. Light as a feather. See that energy drifting away out of your vibration because it's an energy that does not belong to you. We send it into the light. We embrace it for what it is. We acknowledge that it does not belong to us. And we send it into the light. And we breathe. Now, this is something that takes a moment sometimes because we feel that we need to have so much ritual and this burning and that burning and everything in a certain pattern, a certain way. And I'm not trying to discourage you from doing that. If that is how you feel, you connect with your universe, then this is how you should proceed. I myself am feeling just a wee bit throaty right now from surrounding myself with sage. And for those of you who believe in smudging, I always suggest that sage uh, becomes a part of your routine. If not, then don't do it. But I do recommend it. And breathe. Breathe deeply. Knowing that in your breath is the very essence of God. At any time, if you have not already surrounded yourself with the angels, archangels of light, call upon them now. Ask for help in their assisting you in the way that you should go. Ask for guidance in your meditation and breathe. No one individual can demand or command or influence you unless you allow it. No one situation, circumstance, or condition can overpower you unless you allow it. This is your time now to gather up your resources because you are powerful. You are so powerful that your thought, the very essence of just your thought, is going to create the next 24 hours of your day. If your thoughts are filled with an intention of anger or distrust, resentment, or unforgiveness, in the next 24 hours, you will see the seeds of that type of intention. The universe will always give you whatever you ask for. Be careful what you ask for and breathe. I see that I do have a little company here, and I have sent out invitations to you all. And let's see if I can send out another one. Hold on. Or maybe just a means of getting someone in to the studio with me. That sounds good. But this is a moment for you to take a deep breath. If you believe in chanting, now is that time. If you believe, whatever you believe in, candles burning, incense lit, fragrant aromatherapy oils. Now is that time. Place that into your vibration if it is what makes you feel that alignment, that oneness, that centering of all centering. And breathe, pulling that energy that holds you, resonating through all of you. Breathe. And today is a good day to call upon your angels. I have had several experiences where angels, especially this past weekend, have been right at the center of where I am. And breathe, because your angels are as close to you as the skin that you feel, as close to you as your breath, the skin, of course, that surrounds your body. Your angels surround you every single day. All you have to do is take a deep breath, or not, but most assuredly, you do have to enlist them. And the reason for that, which I've been asked quite frequently, is why do I have to tell them what I need? They should know if they're right there. Well, my dear, you have freedom of will. This is why you have to ask. Without freedom of will, the angels can only observe whatever it is that you may be going through because you have not enlisted them. You have not said, I can use a little help with this one, guys. No, what you've done basically is you said spiritually, I can handle this. Not a problem. And because you have freedom of will, the universe is doing just that, allowing you to do just that. Handle whatever it is because you haven't asked. You haven't put it into the light. I am asking for help, for guidance, for protection. And breathe. Because right now, that's what we are doing. We are asking for the help of our angels right now. Archangel Michael, or better known as Michael to some, is a great protector. He's awesome. One of the top on the hierarchy. And so if you feel right now that you may need protection or guidance, ask for the Archangel Michael or Michael. Michael is his name in Aramaic. To assist you now, to protect you now. Perhaps you need or may feel that you need protection from economic lack because we don't claim it. Whatever you claim is yours. So we ask for assistance or protection from want or from desiring want. If you feel you need even motivation for your meditations, ask the Archangel Michael to assist you in guiding you to meditate more often, to be in the light as often as your heart desires you to be. Because left to the heart, we would desire to stay in meditation continually and breathe because we desire to hold the light of divine love and we seek guidance in doing that. We seek protection from our own thoughts that may be keeping us away from that. And we breathe. A great technique that I learned from a yogi master some time ago. When you desire to go into meditation immediately, one of the things that you can do, sitting in your sacred space with whatever tools you feel necessary, lift the tongue back as far into the throat as possible. Allow the tip of the tongue to go past the roof of the mouth until you can reach no further. Close your eyelids However, direct your eyes themselves upward as far as you can, hopefully focusing on the space between the eyebrows, or as some refer to it, the third eye. And breathe. And while your eyes are directed upward, the lids partially closed, you don't have to chant. There doesn't have to be music or anything else in the room. Or if you can't avoid it, you can be surrounded by people. Meditation is something that you can do with your eyes wide open. I have experienced that and walking meditation and working meditation while in the midst of doing a job. If you know people who are runners, who enjoy a good run in the morning or the evening just to get their adrenaline going, a conversation with them will help you to see that runners have and reach a particular level of ecstasy that is brought about because of their ability to focus while they're participating in the run. I don't recall the name of it right now, but I will research that for you and try to get that information to you. But you can always look online. Uh, in that aspect, computers are very helpful. But while you are practicing now, going into immediate meditation, and trust me, this will place you into immediate synchronized meditation if you so desire. Breathe and keeping focus on your breath. It will be an amazing experience for you. This is one of the things that I teach. I teach meditations to assist people in opening their chakras and finding lost items and channeling if that's what they desire to do. And breathe. But mostly I enjoy teaching people how to meditate just to be able to meditate for their own peace of mind, to align with that power, that ability that is within. And so breathe. Breathe now. Lifting your breath, lifting the heart energy within your mind, lifting the light that is within you. There is a meditation that can be done with the use of the six-pointed star. Take a deep breath, and if you're still in the light, which I'm sure that you are, envision, and some call it the six-pointed star, envision the six-pointed star, the Star of David, as it's known to many. Envision that star with all of its points. As you hold that star in your line of vision, within your mind's eye, breathe in from the heart the point, each point of the star. Allow yourself to feel each point. Allow it to resonate and breathe. As you see the star within your mind's eye, allow it to expand, reaching out from your heart, out of that space that you contain within yourself. Because this is the star from which the Merkaba or Merkaba, I know sometimes my pronunciation, uh, it exposes a little bit of an accent there. Not to worry, it's a good accent. However, continue to envision each point of the star as it expands from your heart space and breathe. As you continue to breathe, allow that vision of the star to continue to add another star. We're going to add another point, actually, to the star that you are allowing space in your vision. And breathe. And we will add a point until we reach the 12 points. This is important because we're each born with the Merkaba. It's a gift that we come into this realm with. And it expands whenever we go into meditation. What you're doing now is familiarizing yourself with that energy so that you can pull that energy around your being at any time. With this energy, you embrace the universe and breathe. With this energy, the Archangel Galgiel, and this is an angel who came to me, I think a month ago, during one of my meditations, and explained that he was working with me to increase my ability to go higher in my meditations. And I was asked to share this. I keep nothing from you, my friends. Whatever downloads or uploads I receive, I am more than happy to share those with you at any time, in any place. Well, you will pardon me if I don't do it in my sleep. However, I'm more than happy to share that which is available for everyone. All we have to do is just breathe, taking in the energy, holding the light of divine love, We are positioning ourselves as we continue to breathe. Okay. And as we position ourselves, breathe again. If you're in that state of mind right at the moment where you may be seeing pins of light or what we call orbs, that is confirmation for you that your archangels or your guardian angels are there working with you, assisting you. As always, I continue to suggest that you focus on that light. The 12-pointed star, if one believes, if one believes what it has been told about the 12-pointed star, it is a vehicle and a force field, not or, but and a force field that enables us to increase our abilities as we ascend. And we are in the process of shifting. And if we accept it, that shifting will lead us to ascending with the planet. This is not something that's just an isolated moment that's taking place. This is a process that the universe is going through. This universe is going through a shift. This is why this information is becoming so readily available everywhere. I am not the only person who has had experiences with Galileo. Galileo, sorry, my apologies, uh, who is an archangel who works with the 12-pointed star and works with assisting in the shift through ascension and works with you if you desire to call and say, I'm meditating, I'm going to meditate. Would you please guide me into bringing forth the 12-pointed star? We started out with the 6-pointed star, and it's one of the reasons why I wear the Star of David, as they call it, because from sacred geometry, we learned that the formations of the 12-pointed, the 6-pointed, the cube of Metatron, and the flower of life are all a part of the formula used to assist us to higher levels of understanding, to assist in the ascension, and to bring forth as much information and knowledge as we possibly can bring forth. And this is to help everyone be the most that they can be, experience the most that they can experience. This is how we do this. This is why we do this. Because we're here to help each other. We're here to each achieve the highest possible light and love there is. And we breathe, holding the envisioning the light upon each of the points of the 12-pointed star. we can see and feel amazing things. And when I say things, I am referring to vibrations of the light. It's remarkable. And breathe. Okay. And I see that a few people are having a bit of a challenge with the links that I've sent out. You're able to hear me, but not be seen. Sorry about that. I'm working on it in the studio at the same time that I am also giving the meditation. And I am asking my angels to help me out with this one because that's a bit of an undertaking right there. Okay, it's okay. Um, in the midst of this meditation, my suggestion, and this is something that I leave as a suggestion simply because you do whatever you do with and because of your freedom of will. You can reject any energy based upon your gift of freedom of will. And so, if it is your desire, if it is something that you have in your heart, breathe. You can envision the light that surrounds you. Just breathe. Okay. As you continue to breathe, as you continue to breathe, ask the Archangel Metatron to assist you as well. Metatron appears to be working with this program today. Okay. I am grateful for the help. And as that takes place, and I just received some of those spiritual chill bumps that have a tendency to perk up when something is in the right order. Uh, ask the Archangel Metatron for guidance in acknowledging sacred geometry, for guidance in being able to see whatever it is that your heart desires to see, and breathe. Keeping in mind that the light of divine love surrounds you always. If you should have a challenge with your physical health at the moment, allow yourself to feel the light of the six-pointed star that has evolved into the 12-pointed star with you at the helm. Oh my goodness, I have a live person here. Hmm. I wonder who this might be. Okay. And just a moment. It looks like Reverend. Okay. And Reverend Sharon, is that you?
It is I. Hello, Reverend
It is
Shirley.
you. It is I, Reverend. Okay. Alrighty. Well, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Glad to have you on board.
So happy to finally get in today. Can you see
There's
me?
no coincidence. There's no coincidences, my dear. And we go on when we're supposed to go on. I took a moment getting on because I didn't know the studio. I have to keep working on that studio thing. But yes, we have a few viewers with
Nice.
us today, but they chose not to be seen, so I don't see them. But that's okay. Anyone who is looking, you may be getting a gander at the other Reverend Sharon. There's more
Hello.
than two of us, you know. Actually, if you put Reverend Sharon on the search engine, I counted the other day, you come up with over 100. So,
Oh, really?
evidently, it's a popular uh, nom de plume. It works. I've always enjoyed it. Had it
Mm-hmm.
since birth, so it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes. So, but in the promo I put out today, I promised that there would be some readings, but since no one has come up for a reading, and remember, uh, folks, in order to get the reading, you have to come on to the air, and so far, Reverend Sharon is the only one that has made herself visible. So if you put a
Oh,
question
wow.
out there, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can see, and I have, in having access to the studio, I can see that there are people who are listening, but I don't see anyone who has decided to step up and ask for a reading. That's okay. You don't have to. However, um, what I was talking about, I was doing a meditation on the 6 and 12 pointed stars that,
Mm.
yes, that we are born with. We're born with the 12 pointed star, the Merkaba, and we activate it during meditation. And the more
Mm-hmm.
we meditate, the more it expands and surrounds us like a force field. And I have heard of, I haven't done this one, but I've heard of people who are capable of using it to travel through space and time.
Mm.
And so that's a good thing, traveling through space and time. Uh, that's not something that I'm really working on right now, so I can sort of do without that one right now. But uh, when the time comes for it, I'm sure that I will be able to access it like everyone else will,
Right.
hopefully. Yes. But what brought that on was my encounter with the Archangel Shamuel this
Mm.
last weekend during a meditation at one of the John of God groups. And it was amazing. Shamuel came through and took my hand, and we went places. And he said, "Now I want you to tell everybody that I said hello. That's why I came through today, so you can tell everybody I said hello." So from
Love it.
Archangel Samuel, oh, the chill bumps. They're here.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
feel it
from
too.
yes, from Archangel Samuel. Hello, folks. Hello, and welcome. And this is just, I guess, a reminder that we must needs to keep in touch with our angels. They're there just waiting for us to
Mm-hmm.
do whatever it takes to do. And so they're there just waiting to work.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's
Yes.
a beautiful thing.
Yes. And so I put out in the promo if someone has an idea that they've encountered an angel, do give us a notification of that or write something in the chat room that that's what you've done.
Mhm.
Okay. And any experience? I'm interested in experiences. Uh, Go ahead if you can do that, or if you can email me. I've given out the email address, which I'm going to change by the end of next week to one that
It's easier.
that's much should be hopefully much easier. Um, yeah, but email me at ANABKOACH and just when you do that, I can email you back and forth if you don't want to be out in the public, as they say. That's okay. Uh, yes, but I enjoy the angels, and I ask. I always make jokes that I probably uh, nudge them to death, but that's a joke. They know I'm joking. They know I'm a jokester, and that I don't mean that because I love them and I bless them, and they have come in on many occasions and pulled my butt out of the grease,
Mm.
the
Yes,
hot oil.
been there a time or two.
Oh yes, and so I recommend them highly. Not as a replacement for God, of course not. Heaven knows not, because God sends the archangels and the angels to assist us and give us direction, answering prayers, whatever. These beings, particles of God's life, are sent to us because we're not here by ourselves. And the sooner we remember that, the better. At least for whatever difficulties we may believe that we're going through, they are not what they appear to be, especially when we ask for assistance. Now, I know, Reverend Sharon, that you have some experiences with archangels. So
Yeah.
while we wait for someone to speak up for a reading, um, what is your favorite experience?
Well, I would say one that is definitely a memorable one is my encounter with Archangel Michael. I was actually
Mm.
in a near-death experience. Um, I was in a car with a friend traveling from Georgia to Florida. Long story short, my friend was driving and lost control of the car because it hydroplaned. And I
Mm.
had just dozed off to only wake up and look over to the driver's seat. She was no longer there.
Oh,
And
wow.
Archangel Michael definitely took control of the wheel. All I remember is bracing myself and closing my eyes, and the car spun from one end of the highway to another end of the highway into a ditch, and we were fine, actually. So I feel like in that moment
Whoa.
I was in like a serious zone. She couldn't drive anymore. I had to switch seats. I looked over again and there she was. And then I'm like, okay, pull the car out. You can do it. Pull it. And she's like, I can't do it. So she pulled down her seat to lean back so that she could slide to the back seat. And I jumped over from the passenger seat and pretty much was able to get the car with the help of Archangel Michael out of that ditch. So
Wow.
that's a long lasting one, I would say. That's like the topper.
Incredible.
That's
Wow.
the topper, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like an hour and a half before we got back home. And it wasn't until I got to my home, it was when I came out of the zone. I didn't even realize I was in a zone. And it wasn't
Oh.
until I was sitting on my bed in my room, and then all of a sudden it was like I snapped out of it. So
Hmm. So
that was pretty
made
amazing.
you, what gave you the idea that Archangel Michael was? I don't doubt it, but what was your clue?
Well, for the most part, it was because of how big and strapping. Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Um, Big, huge guy. I mean, the hair was just like
Oh, you saw him! I love it.
and it was like, oh my God, it was just, again, in a brief, it felt like a split second. I saw the face, saw the body huge, and just sat back and braced myself. I felt like I was being telepathically told, hold on, you know? And
Oh,
I can't say that I heard a physical voice, no. But yeah, I could telepathically hear, brace yourself. And I would just, I closed my eyes and just pressed into the seat and waited for that whole thing to be over. It was over in a
oh,
not even a minute. I mean, it just happened so fast. So yeah, that's how I
oh,
felt.
my.
Yeah, that's a long lasting, that touched me beyond words. And, a lot of us, when we are going, we are in our meditations and, some of us say I'm one of them. I look for that mystical experience. I remember just picturing myself walking with Archangel Michael in the desert and just walking. We just kept walking until I could just feel the presence of Archangel Michael walking beside me. So that just further told me that Archangel Michael is definitely around me a lot as a protector, and
All right.
making that beautiful connection in that moment. It was just like, oh my goodness, yeah. So I remember talking and walking. So keep on walking, as they say.
Oh, no, that is a fantastic experience. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Hmm.
Oh, I felt,
You felt that?
I felt it. Oh, my God. I've got an Archangel Michael story that people have probably heard before because they tell it all the time. But
You're kind of breaking up there. You're
oh,
breaking up there.
can you hear me? Hear me?
It's like echoey, but
Mm, I'm using a microphone.
yeah. I don't know.
I've
It's
got,
like
I've got, I've
signal.
got a headset on that's sort of like yours, but let me see. Uh, mm, I don't want to mute myself. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Hmm.
I think I'm as loud as I can get.
Because it was nice in the begin, but all of a sudden it has this echoey something.
Okay, me let me see if I can the sound somewhat. Okay, can you hear that?
I can bits and pieces of it, yeah.
All right, I'm upping the sound and lowering the sound. We make a difference. Okay.
Yeah, better, better. It's getting better.
Yes. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Um, I've told this story, like I said, so many times. Uh, I don't
Well,
mind telling it again because,
okay, it's back doing it again, by the way. But go ahead, tell
oh,
the story. Maybe I don't know if maybe if it's on just my end, but that's what I'm hearing.
oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Uh, okay. Is it-
Not really.
how about now?
Or something needs to be turned down. Try turning down your volume a little bit.
Okay. Sandy, what's it? They have a stage. Uh, let's see.
Or just shift you where you are. Shift
Ascension.
your location a little bit.
Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. I see you there. I'm going to turn up your end of the volume and see if that happens. I just entered the control room. Is that better? Any better?
Mm, it's still.
No?
Mm-mm.
Boy. Okay. Well, you're the only
It's like
one
a.
that.
Oh, okay, because we got to get that fixed nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like echoey, choppy, echoey,
Oh.
choppy.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. That's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, you hear that too? Okay. Is this any better? Is this any better?
It's getting better. It's getting better.
Okay. Okay. All right. The experience that I had,
Hmm.
I was living uh, back in Hollywood, and I have a tendency to use um, novena candles with
Oh yeah.
most of my uh, observation of spirituality. I
Hmm.
burn candles. Period. This is nobody should be shocked to hear that. It's kind of like my
And
middle name at this point. But
having your namesake, I do the same thing.
yes, okay, all right. And so I had a tendency to keep the Ethiopian Madonna
Hmm.
with child
Yeah.
and an image of the Archangel Michael
Hmm.
opposite the candle, and the candle's in the middle, and they're kind of like, you know, on either side. And
Hmm.
I have a tendency to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And folks know that also to meditate. If I don't go to bed until 3 o'clock, I sometimes get up at 3 o'clock, depending on spirit, to do a meditation. And so it happened to be one of those evenings when I think I went to bed a little early,
Hmm.
and I turned it over in my sleep, and I noticed that one of the pictures, Archangel Michael's image is down. And I said out loud, "Oh no, does this mean I have to get up out of my sleep and start doing housekeeping?" And he appeared on the left side of me. I'll never forget it. Every time I say this, I get chills, etc. He appeared in all of his glory. Oh my God. Sword,
Ooh.
light, oi. It was just amazing. And he goes, "Don't worry, you're protected. Go back to sleep." And I said, "Fine." And I turned right over and went right back to sleep. You would have thought I was on something. I just went right back to sleep. And so three
Nicely
o'clock,
touched. Yeah.
yeah, and 3 o'clock in the morning came, and I wheeled out of bed, and I'm like, time for meditation. And I'm looking up, at the novena to help me focus, and it's not there. And I'm like, what? And where? And I'm looking all over the room. So where could the candle have gone? Now, keep in mind that it was on a shelf that was across the room from my bed. I don't know how this thing got off the shelf and got under my bed, but it did. There was wax. Once I realized that I'm looking around, this wax flicked on the walls, wax on the linens on my pillowcase and the sheets, where when it went down, it just spread the wax everywhere.
Mm.
And so I found it under my bed because when I went to stand up, my foot touched it and there was a candle. And all I could do at that point was, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because I could have been a little piece of toast in there if that
Yeah.
thing had caught on.
Uh,
I mean, and it was so far away from my bed. How in the world did it get under the bed? Was my I'm like, how did this? And while I'm trying to say, how did this? I recall Archangel Michael standing there going, "You're protected. Don't worry. Go back to sleep."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, you can do that for me anytime." Oh my, God, I'm feeling it now. He can do that for me anytime. I call upon him so much. Anything moves in the dark. I'm like, Mikael. I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah, I call on I mean, he's
Yeah.
my gatekeeper guide, so it's like,
Oh,
yay. We talk every
oh,
day.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I make jokes like it's her again. She keeps bothering us, but I know that there's no problem. That's
Yeah.
why they come in because that's what they do. That's what they volunteer to do
Yeah.
for us, and
Mhm.
that's a great job. I can't think of any better job in the universe. Very well done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful thing.
Okay, my dear. Yes. We've hit the 3 o'clock hour. I'm trying to stay within parameters.
Yep.
But there will definitely be another one next week
Okay.
at the same time. In the
Okay.
meantime, I will also be on the air. I have moved to 11 a.m. Thursday mornings on Blog Talk. Don't ask
Oh.
me why. Yes. Don't ask me why, but uh, it was like, okay, you've done what you can do for Wednesday. So it's
Mhm.
time to change the date, change the time. And I got some very nice calls. But
Nice.
today is, yeah, I got some very nice, it's 30 minutes still, but it went well.
Mhm.
And so I guess I've never done the morning before, but I guess I'm on for morning. And I'll keep the Friday until they tell me that I should move the Friday. So,
Right.
I'm doing this as spirit uh, lets
Is
me
directing.
in, and I open myself to receiving the information because I know that I'm surrounded in the light and protected, and so don't
Mhm.
worry on that. Wait, did we just say we got Archangel Michael on our team, man? This is
Oh,
this is fearlessness we got going here.
yes. I just got this whole
Yes.
tickle like, hey.
Oh, so on Blog Talk, 11 a.m. You are a
Thursday
healer,
morning.
and Thursday mornings, and I've given out my email address. You, my dear, should give out. Oh, my website address is www.yourahealer.com. Okay, so if
Nice.
you can't catch up with me any other way, that's a good way. Send me a blog, and we'll talk or whatever. And you, my dear, will be on the air again
On
on Tuesday.
Tuesday
Hmm.
mornings at 10 a.m. And
Okay.
My website is www.mergingspirit.com. And to reach me directly, 754-444-0430. And that's it. I'll be at Crystal Vision tomorrow.
Ah, for those of you that are in the South Florida area, uh, tomorrow is Saturday. What time will you be at Crystal Vision?
From 10 to 5, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Okay.
A
So,
spiritual fair.
the psychic fair, spiritual fair. So those of you in the area, uh, stop by and say hello to Reverend Sharon.
Oh,
And,
you're breaking up again.
oh, well, that's okay. It's 4 minutes after the hour, and it's probably time for me to travel on
Sign
anyways.
off.
Yeah, it's time for me to sign up. However, for all of you who have listened in, I saw you guys on the, you didn't want to read because you didn't want to be seen. That's all right. You don't have to be seen. You can do like I do. See, you can see my hand, but I've got blurred and waving goodbye to everybody. God bless. I hold everyone in the light. Namaste. Enjoy your
Namaste.
weekend. Remember, this is a month of gratitude. Grab it because there's so much to be grateful for. So much. Namaste.
Namaste. One love.
One love.